A mystery cleaning crew arrive at the hotel room, where they get shocked because Yoonghwa's body is missing. The dealer, Psyche, calls the VIP client, Jin Seo, about Yoonghwa's missing, but he orders Psyche to find Jae Hee instead. It's turned that Jin Seo is a coked-up K-pop idol. Elsewhere, Yoonghwa's body is found at a subway station. Meanwhile, Dongwoo joins his new team, but they ostracize him. He meets up with the former cop, Jae Ho, who has become a gangster, selling women and booze in Gangnam. Dongwoo needs his help in finding Gil Ho. He's informed that Gil Ho is a pimp and has two girls, Jenny and Yoonghwa, who died a while ago. Whilst Gil Ho intends to hide Jenny and face the thugs who have messed with his girls, Psyche meets Gil Ho and explains that Jin Seo will give him anything. In return, Jin Seo wants Jenny. At the arcade, Jenny watches the news of Yoonghwa's murder and decides to leave. Meanwhile, at the police station, prosecutor Seo Jin finds CCTV footages of Gil Ho dropping Yoonghwa's body at a subway station. The chief prosecutor, Tak, decides that Gil Ho is their main suspect and assigns Seo Jin to work with the captain of major crimes. He's the former chief who Dongwoo arrested him before. Seo Jin gets suspicious because he just wants to arrest Gil Ho and talks with her chief prosecutor Tak to assure that she will be adequately compensated for the risks. At a nightclub, Jin Seo meets up the captain of major crime Yun and bribes him. Meanwhile, through the collaboration between Dongwoo and Django's gang, he learns that Gil Ho will meet Jin Seo in Yeoksum. As for Gil Ho, he goes to meet Psycho, but it's a trap, as some thugs pop up and fight him. Meanwhile, Psyche streams the fight for Jun Seo, who enjoys it. On the other hand, Captain Yun asks Prosecutor Min to bring a warrant for arresting Gil Ho. Back to the fight, Gil Ho succeeds in beating all the thugs and tries to attack Jin Seo, but his men beat up him and are about to kill him. Fortunately, on time, Dongwoo arrives and rescues Gil Ho. After the battle has ended, Psyche picks up Gil Ho's knife. Jin Seo sends a minion to kill his boss. Now Jin Seo becomes new CEO of Gangnam Trading Company. Elsewhere, Gil Ho tells Dongwoo that Gangnam Trading Company is still working. After his drug raid 3 years ago, Captain Yun and his team follow Dongwoo's car and succeed in cornering them on a bridge. Dongwoo protects and refuses to let Captain Yun take Gil Ho. On time, Prosecutor Min arrives and Gil Ho takes advantage of their distraction to jump into the river. The police arrive in the crime scene and find Gil Ho's knife near the CEO's corpse. Meanwhile, on the bridge, Dongwoo faces Prosecutor Min that her team tried to shoot Gil Ho, but she asks him for proof. Dongwoo calls Commissioner Moon that he will build his own team so that Chief Prosecutor Tak cannot stop him. Elsewhere, Prosecutor Min goes to question Jin Seo about his CEO's murder, but he denies and gives her Gil Ho's secret texting account. As for Dongwoo, he builds his team with Jisoo. He follows Gil Ho's phone's location, which leads him to an arcade, but it is closed down. After some searching, he finds a business card from Gangnam Trading Company. Simultaneously, Jisoo finds Jae Hee and Yoonghwa's social media accounts where they have a mutual friend. At the moment Dongwoo leaves the arcade, Gil Ho arrives. He reminisces when he saw Jae Hee and Yoonghwa beating up some clients who refused to pay them. Madame Beek, owner of the arcade, admires them and invites them to work for her. As time passes, Gil Ho and Jae Hee's relationship has strengthened, until one day, Madame Beek is killed. He suggests her to find other work, but she convinces him to continue Madame Beek's business. As for Prosecutor Min, she goes to the subway station where Gil Ho dropped Yoonghwa's body. At the moment she spots Jae Hee, she receives a call that Gil Ho's DNA was found on Yoonghwa's body and CEO's murder's knife. Jae Hee overhears her and runs away. As for Dongwoo and Gang Ho, they find the social media's mutual friend and track him, who lead them to Gangnam Trading Company. It's the place which Dongwoo raided 3 years ago. At present, they enter and discover the place where Gang Ho finds drugs and some thugs attack him, but he manages to beat them. When he is about to be stabbed, fortunately on time, Jisoo interferes and rescues him. Meanwhile, Dongwoo spots some drugged-up girls, and the surprise is Captain Yun is their escort. Dongwoo interrogates Captain Yun, who doesn't say anything. Meanwhile, Prosecutor Tak is annoyed and wants him fired. He orders Min to wrap the case. On the other hand, Yun asks Min to text Jin Seo for help, but he ignores him. Eventually, Yun agrees to collaborate with her. Later, Min meets Dongwoo and asks him to team up. She informs him that she saw Jae Hee at the place where Yoonghwa's body was found. He shares that 2 girls are Gil Ho's girls, and he needs to find Jae Hee because she's his daughter's best friend. Simultaneously, Min receives a call from Jin Seo. Jin Seo tells her that he is Jae Hee and plans to use her as bait to kill Gil Ho. He adds that if Min wants to rescue Jae Hee, she must come before midnight. Dong-woo is worried about Gil Ho. Fortunately, Min tells Dong-woo that she knows how to reach Gil Ho through a secret texting app that Jin Seo previously mentioned. Elsewhere, at the detention center, a thug who was sent by Jin Seo stabs Jin till death. If you reached here at this point, thanks for watching. Hope you make like and subscribe to the channel. Enable YouTube notification to stay up to date.